So I was messing around doing a South African accent and joking with myself, and I was like, oh, I want to go to Orania. How would they receive me? Right. Don't answer that question, because that's not actually what the video topic is about. Technically it is, but it's not. Don't answer that. Unless you're gonna say something nice. No, but seriously. So it reminded me of Kenny in Beta Squad. He went to Orania, and what the people there were telling him about how you become a citizen of Orania, resident, we're talking about city, town. Ugh. A resident of the city is that you have to be an Afrikaner. Hear me. I get it, but it's also questionable, right? Because saying that you want to create a town where all the people are of this one descent, you want it to be a safe place for people of this one descent. So an Afrikaner, these are people who are of Dutch, German, and what's that other country? Dutch, German, and who? I had a teacher who was an Afrikaner. Bang man and British. I had a teacher who was an Afrikaner. Annoying joke man. And his wife would sometimes come into class and yell at him. She was like a decade older than him. She was very nice. He had his moments, but like overall, no. Anywho, these are people who are primarily of Dutch, Dutch descent. Okie dokie. Thank you. Right. Thank you, Google. So these are, well, essentially, Europeans who came to invade. The Europeans who came to invade a long time ago and then settled in the land and saw themselves as a part of it. Now, okay, I ain't South African, so I have to tread lightly with what I'm saying. They already have iffy views about people of my ethnic origin, okay? So the Nigerians are bringing drugs into our country. Sorry. Okay, let me stop. So this is both, it's both problematic and not problematic at the same time. So you've been in this country for hundreds of years and you want to create a safe space for people who have the same ethnic background as you. It sounds actually reasonable to the ear when you don't mention the group of people we're talking about. Am I gonna get in trouble? Maybe. It sounds actually reasonable when you don't mention the group of people you're talking about. But then when you mention the group and their troubled history, well, they were the ones kind of causing the trouble. Okay. From what I've read in history, maybe I and the internet are wrong. Maybe. But, when you bring that part in, it becomes troubled. And this kind of goes against what I've been saying for ages about how this kind of goes against my usual talking point where I'm like, people who have been in these places for such a long time, they shouldn't be seen as outsiders. But should it really be different when we're talking about white people in a black land? Because we all know that when it comes to black people in the Western world, a lot of it was not people just asking to be there. It's, it's caused by things like slavery and colonialism, displacement. But now that you're here and like you're in the 21st century and there's no segregation, yeah, when it comes to the West, it's like, oh, okay, well, racism ain't holding you back. You can have any job you want, quite literally. Unless you wanted to be like head of like a white supremacist type of group, you can't do that. But basically every other job on the planet that you want, you can have as a black person who is from the West. However, when you flip it, now we're talking about South Africa. You're talking about white people who, of these descents, have caused a lot of trauma. It's like, hold on, let me gather my words properly. I don't have notes for this. Okay. It's a little, like, is it different? This is the troubling part. Because, but the thing is, they still have active segregation going on in that country. They still have whites only areas. So it's not the same. It's almost like a part of me wants to be like, oh yeah, they've been there hundreds of years. It would be unfair for me to, judge them and say this. But then it's like, they still have segregation going on in the country. They still have whites only areas in the country, according to the internet, including some BBC articles. Okay, hold on, let me fact check that. Let me not say, hold on, South Africa whites only area. Let me make sure I'm telling the truth. I don't like to speak. Why did it come up with Orania? Bro, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. What if the corner? Wait, they want Trump's what? Hold on. This is live, but hold on. Wait. Whoa. Oh, this is from last month. South Africa's white Afrikaner separatists want Trump's help to become a state. Okay, well, you know what, that's really put, you know how I was out here like debating like, oh, it's so fine and all that, well, basically, but why are we finding this out live? Okay, it's on the 3rd of April. Okay, well, you know what, they want Trump's help to become their own state. I don't know how that's panned out, but all I have to say is, it's not my country, but you know what, guys, if they want to be separate and they're the only ones who live there, just leave them be. Why just leave them be? Just let them. They want to be like, what's that other one? Is it Swaziland? Where like, only that's not racial segregation, but is it Swaziland where like the whole of South Africa is like around it? And there's another one too, I think Lesotho. Yeah, but anywho, you know what? Just let them have it. I mean, they're not letting black people in anyway. For peace, no, like seriously, like for peace of mind, they should just let them have it. That changed the tone of my video. However, I do realize already, because we're talking about Africa, I was being biased. Oh, you're always going to be a little bit, you're always going to be like a little bit biased towards your background. But then am I being biased if I'm saying that the white people should keep the Afrikaners? Because it's not just any white people who can come there. Am I being biased if I'm saying that they should just let them keep the state? They just let them keep it. And then they all and all the people who hate being around black people, they can just move there, and then everyone's happy. But I don't know, it's not exactly, it's like it's my continent, but it's not my part of my continent, so I can't speak the same. But like, it's interesting to hear just how much more jokey and biased I can be when we're talking about a situation that's the other way around. But then it's like, it's not like so, but then it's like, it's not like it's something in the past. Bro, this article's from last month. Like, I'm not even trying to be like, oh yeah, F them or anything like that. No. But like, for the sake of preserving the rest of the country, you know what? I should stop before I get flogged, man. I just wanted to chat, man. Please don't beat me. I'm scared. Yeah, I'm actually shook, man. What, to post it? Low key. Because it's one thing to share views about countries that you are a part of or have relatives in, and you are well versed in it and all of its history. It's another thing to hop on and talk about a place that you are not from. You know, you share nothing with it. It's like, oh, how much am I gonna say that's completely wrong? You know, and this is why, again, because, you know, racism and these are social issues. This is why I hate it when people say, oh, you just talked, you didn't even come to a conclusion. How do you come to a conclusion about everything? That the more answers you find, the more questions you have. But in conclusion, I don't necessarily think it's wrong for people to want to have a place to call their own. However, history has shown that some groups of people have caused a little bit more damage to the world in history than others. Now, I'm not going to hold their children, I'm not going to hold their great-great-grandchildren against it, or even their children, because, like, he didn't do that, but, like, I'm so sorry, it's so surreal. Like, it's one thing for this stuff to be, like, because, again, if you are, like, if you're West African or West Indian, you're more used to this kind of thing being, like, in your country's history, but it's the past. You weren't born into that, but, like, with them, you're watching it live. I need time before I can talk further. Maybe I'll have more to say. Maybe I will decide not to say anything. Because this I don't even know what to say. Like, I still just have the phone open on the article. I'm sorry, I actually don't know. Smiling out of nervousness. It literally, oh, Jesus Christ. And this has been an ongoing issue. There are, like, videos and articles. It's like, honestly, I think another thing I have to say is, you know what? About my joke at the beginning, yeah, I don't think I want to go anymore. And to be honest, I think most people should stay away from places where they are not I think you should just stay away from anywhere where you, like, really wouldn't be welcome. It's like, it's your, like, as an individual, like, we're not talking about the South African government or anything, but, like, you as an individual who's there, that's, you know, black, like, just enjoy the rest of the country, innit? I mean, you weren't gonna go there anyway, I know that, but, like, sorry. What do you mean 3 days ago? No, hold on. Why is there one from 3 days ago? Wait. Oh, this is a whole different place. Okay. Yeah, hold on. Cape Town was a former whites only school. They had whites only schools? Of course they did. Okay, that's an issue for another day. That's an issue for another day. I'm not sure if I've made it clear enough, yeah, in my many past videos, but I have never said that all of this stuff doesn't exist. I'm just talking about how if you live over here, yeah, in the Western world, yeah, you live over here, it's not holding you back from being able to succeed. I didn't say racists don't exist. Like, never, ever, ever get it twisted. But you know what? I'm just, yo, I've actually, I've just been here for like 5 minutes yapping, rambling, because I don't know where to go with this. Ah, okay. I mean, my stance is actually just stay away from all active racists if you can. Like, I don't know what to do if your boss is racist. I can't, like, I haven't had a racist boss, thank God. But like, I don't know what to do if that's you. But like, if you're not in that kind of situation, yeah, just let's not interact with real serious. This, oh yeah, hold on, but this is what I see as serious racism. Like, ayo, we don't even want you. We don't want you around. This is what I mean. It's not these people who sit online trying to write all these hateful sentences and bait black people into arguing with them. That's not a real racist. Like I said, real racist, they don't want you there at all in their space. Now, I was clowning in the beginning. You know. Yeah, I take it all back, man. I'm taking it all back. I don't want to go. Never mind. It's okay. Cape Town might see me. Joburg, they might see me. What's the other one? Yeah, it's not coming to me. What's that? It's not coming to me. I don't want to search it. Okay, you know what? This has gone on for long enough. I'm almost out of camera time.